Hello everyone. We are going to learn Class 10 English, Chapter 5 Footprints Without Feet by Herbert George Wells. Introduction to the lesson. Can a man become invisible? This is a story of a scientist who discovers how to make himself invisible. Does he use or misuse his discovery? The story is about a scientist named Griffin. He had been discovering ways which could make a man invisible and finally swallowed certain rare drugs that made him invisible. He was first noticed by two boys in staircase of a house where they could just see his footsteps and started following it. They followed it until the footsteps are fainter and cannot be seen. Griffin was a lawless person as he had once burned down the house of his landlord who was trying to throw him out of the house, and then, as he wanted to be invisible, he had to remove his clothes and then roam around without clothes and without money. His presence was felt after he stepped in some mud and his footprints could be seen as he walked. It was winter season going on and the air was bitterly cold. Griffin decided to stay inside a store for warmth during night. He got food to eat and wore new clothes without paying for. He became visible again as he wore shoes, overcoat, and a hat. He had cold meat, coffee, sweets, and wine. Then he slept on the pile of quills and could not wake up on time. Next morning, when the assistants of the store came, Griffin became nervous and started running away. He escaped by removing the clothes. Again, he was invisible and naked without any money. Griffin reached Drury Lane, the center of the theatrical world, as he was shivering with cold. He went into a shop and came out wearing bandages around his forehead, false nose, side whiskers, and a hat. As he did not have any money, he attacked a shopkeeper and robbed him all his money. He decided to go to a small village Iping because he felt that London was too crowded. He took a train and booked two rooms in the local inn. The event of a stranger coming in and staying at the inn in the winter night was not a normal thing to happen in Iping, and everybody started talking about it also because Griffin looked very strange. The landlord of the inn, Mrs. Hall, made a lot of efforts to be friendly with Griffin, but he did not want to talk. He told her that he came there for peace and quietness and he did not wish to be disturbed in his work. He also told her that an accident had affected his face due to which he had to cover it. Mrs. Hall accepted that her new guest was a strange scientist and was ready to excuse his temper and habit as he had paid her in advance. Then the time came when his money was over. He pretended that he was waiting for a check. One day, the clergyman and his wife were awakened by some noises in their study room. They could hear the sound of money being taken from the clergyman's desk. He held a metal rod in his hand and opened the door. To their surprise, they couldn't see anyone. Yet, the desk had been opened and the housekeeping money was gone. The clergyman kept on saying, "Extraordinary affair," the whole day because he was shocked by the incident. Mrs. Hall and her husband woke up very early and were surprised as the door to the guest room was opened. Usually, his room's door remained closed and locked. So they decided to investigate the room. There was nobody inside the room. His bed sheets were cold, which showed that he must have been up for a while. The bandages that he used to tie around his face were lying around the room. Suddenly, Mrs. Hall heard a sniff close to her ear, and Griffin's hat that was lying on the bedpost flung towards Mrs. Hall and hit her on her face. Then the chair in the room dashed itself, hitting Mrs. Hall in her legs. They got scared and went out. The chair closed the door, and suddenly a sound of slamming the door and locking were heard. Mrs. Hall thought that there were spirits in her inn's rooms, and the stranger had caused this to happen. Now everyone started suspecting the strange scientist. Suspicion grew stronger when he produced ready cash for his payment at the inn. The village constable was called for, and Mrs. Hall did not want to wait for him. She went straight to Griffin as he had appeared from the empty bedroom at the inn. She asked him what had he been doing upstairs to her chairs and furniture. She also asked him how did he come out of the empty bedroom or the locked bedroom. The scientist became really angry and started shouting. He removed his bandages, whiskers, spectacles, and also his nose. People were horrified as they looked at the headless man. Mr. Jaffers, the constable of the village, was surprised as he saw that he had to arrest a man without any head. But Jaffers still wanted to do his duty as he knew that the magistrate wanted him to arrest the person. As the scientist threw away his clothes and finally the shirt, he was nowhere to be seen. People who tried helping Jaffes were also struggling as they were hit by blows from nowhere. Jaffes was knocked unconscious by the invisible man. Griffin had set himself free from them and nobody could understand how to catch him. Points to remember. Misuse of science and its great discoveries can make a brilliant scientist like Griffin a monster and a threatening, lawless person. Thank you.